Sup, you chuckle fucks? It's your boy Dark Raku here with What If Issei was part of the Sano family. Now, this is part 3 of this What If. I would have done part 3 yesterday, but the problem is I was so damn tired that when I got home, I took a nap. It was hot as hell. It was also, how should I say, I was also annoyed. Then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up at 10 o'clock. Yeah, I went to go get some stuff like watermelon and ate. Then I went back to sleep. So yeah, I'm still tired somewhat. I didn't really get any good sleep last night. Not because it was hot as hell. It was because I already slept. And I was like, ugh, god damn it. What to do? Could have done a video? No. Just decided to watch YouTube. But yeah. But not the point. Let me begin into this what if. But this is called, I already said it. So yeah, let me begin into where I last left off. We go into mostly Issei right now driving a motorcycle through the night. Mostly the night. Or not the night, the midnight sky. This is where, well, not in the midnight sky, mostly on the freaking street. Because he's a human. This is where, well, he keeps driving, kind of just managing to not hit any cars and kind of just wiggle around. But yeah, this is where, well, he gets to a stoplight. And this is where, well, he kind of yawns for a little bit because he is kind of tired. Until he notices a car, mostly this black kind of van be pull up right next to him. This is where, well, he just looks at this fucking black van so confused until the window gets hit really hard. This is where, well, he doesn't get startled. He's just so confused on what the fuck that was. And it seems to be some kind of girl with mostly, what's it called? This girl with kind of longish brown hair and bluish eyes. She does have some kind of duct tape, and of course she can't really speak. She's just trying to get help by trying to smash into a window and trying to notify anyone. Of course, this is where someone grabs her from the neck and kind of pull her back in to the darkness of the van. But yeah, this is where, well, Issei said, okay, I see what's happening. Kidnap situation. This is where, well, the window got rolled down, and of course, this is where one person pulls out a gun and says, you say anything, we'll kill you. Issei said, okay, buddy, you need to just calm down. I'm already damn tired. This is where, well, the person said, oh, really? Okay. This is where they're about to start driving, and Issei just let them drive because, yeah, he had a gun to his face. What is he gonna do? Fucking dodge it? He wishes. But he's already too damn tired. He went against Valhalla a while ago. This is where, well, the van just drives off. Right now it's just speeding up very fast before even Issei can even blink. But this is where Issei is not stupid. So of course he kind of just puts on his helmet back again. Or didn't really have his helmet off. But of course just started driving kind of behind the van. Well, mostly. Of course he didn't really get any requested to actually help anyone. It's just the problem is, man, he doesn't really like any kidnap situations. He hates prostitution. He hates people trying to are females, and he hates how kidnap is a thing. Yeah, he hates a lot of things. Mostly it's because he kind of just hates all that. It's because of mostly his sister, well, not sister situation. Mostly because he has a sister, an older sister, and of course he loves his older sister. He hates everything that just will do the worst thing to females. So yeah, and besides, he was taught from a little kid from his sister that mostly girls don't like doing this or that or whatever. But yeah, of course his older brother also did taught him a lot of things about females. Not that much that would cause him to actually be able to date anyone, because mostly his older brother didn't have any experience. None of his older brothers. His sister was still too young to date, so of course she didn't have that much experience. So of course, if Issei goes out and anyone, he's just gonna be lost the whole damn time. But yeah, but that's not the point. This is where, well, Issei's just driving. This is where, well, he managed to kind of wiggle around some of the, what's it called, oncoming traffic, until he managed to get to this warehouse. This is where, well, the girl is kind of being walked and being pushed, even though she's struggling not to go. But of course, someone pushes her and says, just hurry up and get over there, brat. This is where, well, Issei noticed a bunch of the people, mostly he sees the group of people near that girl. Of course, the girl seems to be around his age, but he doesn't care that much. But of course, he sees a bunch of armed guards on towers, this or whatever, and this is where Issei says, damn it. I'm gonna go against a bunch of armed guards or whatever. This is Japan. I thought there was no way to get guns. Actually, let me say that again. I thought there was a rarely chance to get guns. This is where, well, Issei really changed his mind because Rayleigh got him guns. Literally got a 17-year-old guns on a motorcycle. Motherfucker is expecting Issei to be professional at these guns. That's where Issei said, well, I did get trained by my older brother on how to use a gun properly, but I didn't get professional training. The fuck you? Whatever. This is where he gets to his motorcycle. He taps on the motorcycle to kind of get out a Glock. And of course, mostly Glock 17. Of course, there's another gun, and this gun is a much more silent suppressed gun. It does have a suppressor. Now, of course, a suppressor doesn't mean like it's going to silence all the noise, unlike movies and other things, because yeah, it silences the noise, but it won't silence everything. So yeah, but of course, the suppressor is a little bit different. The suppressor kind of has like this blue stripe into it. Now, of course, this is where, well, Issei doesn't know what the fuck this suppressor does, but he's just expecting the suppressor just to kind of make a little bit of the noise of what it's going to shoot at. But yeah, now the gun that he's actually holding in his right hand is not a, what's it called, Glock 17. That's the other hand, left hand. The one that he just pulled out because there was actually multiple, not just kind of some weapons, there was actually multiple weapons in the fucking motorcycle. Now, of course, he pulls out the other gun. The gun that has a suppressor is a, so this is the gun that mostly, what's it called, Issei got. It mostly looks like this. It's color red, but yeah, it does have a, what's it called, scope on it. It also kind of has a little built bomb into it, like a little side thing or whatever. It does have a suppressor and other things, but yeah. Don't know why this one looks better. I don't know. Maybe I'm changing this one. It looks like this one. It's a Falcon Black Mamba LLV. That's what the gun is called. Don't question it. I do not know. I don't know many things about guns that much. I just know pew pew kill done. Well, if you're not trash at aiming, but that's not the point. But he has it, and of course it does have a little side thing, like a little bomb. That mostly like rifles, like bigger guns, like a rifle or something, that will have like a little strap in that's near the, what's it called, near the, it's called barrel. It's like a little bomb. Of course, this one, it does have a little bomb, and this is where, well, he says, the fuck is this? This is where there's a little paper that he actually almost managed to miss, and it does say instructions. This is called a Viper Black Mamba, also known as the Red Dragon Shot. Yes, mostly that's what Rayleigh called it. This is where, well, mostly, he says it's very original, fucking very original. Great, Rayleigh, what the fuck is this? Am I supposed to be some kind of anime protagonist? Whatever. I don't really see myself as an anime protagonist. I see myself more as a Jason, this is where, well, he says, I don't see myself as a goddamn anime protagonist, but I see myself mostly as a Jason, but yeah, or Todd. This is where, well, he just says, this is where he thinks, I really wish I had that fucking red, what's it called, that red hood mask. Damn, I should have got it. This is where, well, he says, what is this? He saw another hidden capacitor. It was a little bit smaller. It was like in a box kind of shape. And this is where he taps on it. And what he sees is just shocking. He sees the red hood mask, mostly that biker mask that he didn't really take because he just wanted to go original and just kind of drive around. He wasn't expecting to be like any superhero or in that. But of course, he like gets it out of the box container or whatever, puts it on and says, it's not that tight, it's not that loose, it's just perfectly right. This is where, well, he says, hell yes, thank you, Rayleigh. This is where, well, he just like thanks Rayleigh for it, but yeah, this is where, well, he's like saying, I'm going to literally fucking become the Red Hood, fucking the Dark Crimson Dragon, and now, well, I was the Crimson Dragon, and other things. Now, I'm fucking Red Hood. Goddamn. This is... Coming back to Shinto City really changed my life, hasn't it? This Issei has been talking to himself out loud. This is where he's like, never mind, I should probably save the girl now that I think about it. This is where, well, Issei puts back his, like, mostly he puts the, mostly all the hidden capacitor back into normal, so it doesn't look transformed, and the motorcycle might have weapons, and people would just be confused and what the fuck is happening. He then hides the motorcycle somewhere. Of course, he then kind of like clicks on it so it can be locked, and it becomes invisible. It becomes camouflage. This is where Issei says, "Riley, what the fuck is wrong with you? Where the hell are you getting such technology from?" This is where Issei thinks in his head, like, what the fuck? Whatever. This is where, he then puts both of the guns to the side of himself, and this is where he's walking mostly into the space, mostly this warehouse that's full of armed guards. And of course, this is where we go into a POV of Unknown. This is where, someone says, so we got the girl of, what's it called, that one one high industrial kind of company. This is where, another person says, "Yep, sir. So what do we do? Do we kind of go use her as a hostage and be able to get the money from her family?" Another person says, "Of course, dumbass. What do you think we kidnap her?" This is where, another person says, "I thought we were just gonna use her." This is where he had a perverted grin. This is where, the other person, back to the unknown person that mostly questioned, and if we use her this or that. This is where he says, "Shut the hell up. We're gonna use her as fucking ransom. Now shut the hell up. I'm calling her goddamn grandfather so she can finally be rescued, but we get paid at least $50 billion or something." This is where, mostly they're nodded. Of course, the pervert dude says, "Aw, I wanted to kind of use her." "Shut the hell up, you bastard," one person said. This is where, mostly there's a girl right now tied into mostly she's in like this dark corner with light kind of piercing in, but that's just from outside. Of course, she has her arms kind of like tied by rope, even her legs. This is where, she has this kind of gag, like duct tape gag or whatever. And of course, this is where, she's kind of is scared for her life. She's hoping that one dude that she managed to contact, mostly the guy with a helmet, and basically looking, mostly she does see symbols, like mostly words, or not words, mostly letters on the back of this person. She expected that she accidentally maybe contact a gang member, but she has never seen that kind of gang member around here in Shinto City. This being that she saw DCD, being Dark Crimson Dragon, but of course no one has actually known about this game because it just kind of became a new thing, or mostly organization or whatever, because it's a solo organization that Issei made. This is where, now that I think about it, I should just put DC because it sounds like, what's it called? DC from... Never mind. Let me just go back into what if, okay? I'm rambling on now that I think about it. But of course, she's just hoping that that person can actually help her, or like contact her family, or whatever. This is where, we go into Issei kind of knocking out some people real fucking quick. He kicks one person in the head, then knocks out another person by kind of choking him out. And this is where, he's knocking them out. This is where, he knows he is sloppy as hell in fighting style when it comes to assassinating people or whatever. Because he's not that good. He knows that his what's it called, condition in being fast. He is faster. He is stronger. But he's sloppy in techniques most of the time. Because the one problem is, even though he was trained from a young age by his older brother, yes, all his brothers knows how to do martial arts because of his grandfather, he knows that mostly those techniques aren't going to help him in a assassin situation, or like being sneaky around. So of course, he has only copied this like techniques from movies that he has watched with mostly the Hyodos. But yeah. This is where, not the point, or even his like brother when he was younger, but yeah. But this is where, he's knocking people out, clocking them in the face, kicking them right in the like face, pushing them away and other things so they won't be discovered the bodies or any of that. And this is where, he then kind of goes on to see the people on the tower, mostly on the tower looking around. This is where he pulls out the gun that he has gotten from, what's it called? Rayleigh, the red gun, mostly the red dragon shot, and this is where he kind of points at the two in the tower guard, gets shot in the head, and literally they die in an instant. This is where, he says, "Holy shit, I wasn't expecting to be that good in fucking shooting." Never mind, not the point. Then again, I always expect their head to be like Kazutora, so maybe that gave me a boost. I don't fucking care. This is where, Issei kind of goes off to kind of find where, the girl's at. Of course, where, the one perverted guy actually appears. We go back into the POV and says, "Oh, little girl, Your name is Shini Uni, isn't it? Mmm, such a delicious name. I don't care what the other three does. All I care is about. This is where, well, he's getting closer to the girl, and this is where, well, the girl freaks out. This is where, well, she's trying to get away from this guy. Until mostly, well, before the guy can even react, someone actually busts through a door, and of course, this is where she aims a laser point gun towards mostly this person. Mostly has a laser pointer, and of course, this person widens his eyes. And before he can even react or any of that, he almost got shot. This is where he jumped out of the way. The girl right now seems happy, shocked, and confused a little bit. This is where, well, the girl that she kind of sees in the mostly in the kind of door, is a girl with kind of purplish hair and like these kind of purplish eyes. Wait. Or, well, not blackish hair, but, well, not purplish hair or black, mostly blackish hair, and of course, silverish eyes. This is where she's kind of styled in mostly this, like, military outfit, and this is where, well, mostly the girl who's tied up kind of seems happy, but of course, she's confused on who exactly this person is, until mostly the person who's a pervert grin kind of says, "Ah, another girl. I can't wait to kill you and then use your body like nothing else." This is where he has him kind of sarcastic grin. And this is where, well, mostly the girl who actually appeared at the door kind of went into a pillar and just hides because she knows this guy's dangerous. She has seen these people, and they are from a group called mostly the Black Death. And of course, it's not a gang that's around here in Shinto City. It's actually considered to be a terrorist group. There's mostly a group that she's actually fighting, but yeah, this unknown person. This is where, well, the pervert grin says, or pervert guy, grin guy, whatever, kind of just smiles and says, "You won't be able to defeat me." This is where she shoots a bullet up in the sky, mostly near the window to kind of alerting people. Of course, where three other people kind of went through the door, and of course, appear with all guns, and of course, where, well, mostly they said, "What is happening?" This is where the girl hides a little bit, and this is where, well, trying to hide. But of course, this is where, well, the pervert dude says, "Oh, there's an intruder here, another person. We might be able to use her for ransom, or you can just let me use her." This is where, well, they say, "This dude is non-stop horny for the past how many hours?" This is where everyone says, "I don't know." This is where, well, one guy really wanted to point a gun at the fucking pervert dude just to shut him up for the whole rest of the full fucking year, or maybe every day, because this guy has been nothing but annoying. This is where, well, the pervert dude says, "Come on, we should go and eliminate her, or wherever she is." This is where, well, they kind of will, but of course they hear an explosion that just came from outside. This is where the girl who is right now in the military outfit wind her eyes, and of course the girl who's right now kidnapped. This is where three of the dudes say, "Damn it, go outside, go outside." This is where, well, he then also commands that one dude named Ryton. His name is Ryton, and of course he just tells Ryton, "Get the fuck outside and just leave them here. Who cares? We have a bigger problem. If it is the group of, what's it called? If it's a freaking industrial family, they're stupider than ever. Take the girl with us also." This is where the girl gets scared. Of course, this is where, well, before the pervert can actually get closer, he gets shot in the leg and says, "Damn it, I forgot about that rat over there." This is where, well, they're kind of just dealing with. Of course, this is where two of the members are rushing through the entrance, mostly the entrance of outside. But of course, before they can even make it outside, it's like open the entrance. And of course, before they can even make it outside, someone landed right in front of him, pulling out both of his guns. One being a Glock 17 and the other one being a fucking custom gun. And he points him right at the front of their heads. And all they see is a red mask, a fucking person with a black shirt, a belt that's kind of like custom, being like reddish, yellowish, kind of black, and yeah, of course, having the reddish orange. Of course, the coat is similar to that. And of course, the pants are black. And also, his shoes are kind of like mostly black boots. But yeah. This is where, well, he appears right in front of them before they can even react. Bah! Both their heads just splatter down to the ground. Or mostly they're just splat down to the ground, leaking some like crimson kind of liquid from their heads. This is where, well, the leader, the supposed leader, kind of widen his eyes, saying, "Who are you?" This is where the pervert kind of looks back and sees who they call this person and says, "What the?" This is where, well, before he can even use his gun, he mostly got his gun shot out from his hand. This is where he grit his teeth and said, "You little brat." little slut, I'm gonna kill you. This is where he pulls out a knife. And of course, he will go after the rat, but of course, he just decides to try to kill the girl who's actually the hostage. And this is where, well, he says, die! This is where the other person who's supposedly the leader says, you idiot! What are you doing, Ryan? Don't! This is where Ryan was about to kill the mostly hostage. Saying, goodbye, little girl. The girl kind of closes her eyes. But before even getting close to kind of closing her eyes, mostly the supposed leader got his leg shot out. But this is where, well, Issei looks... Mostly, yes, this is Issei, or also called as Red Hood, don't worry. Mostly, he realized that he had both of his guns, well, kind of empty. So, of course, he decides to throw the Glock 17 into the guy's head, like smash into the guy's head to kind of knock him off course. And this is where the guy says, ugh, you! This is where he tries to get up, but of course, realizes that his leg is still shot with the bullet. So, of course, that happens. But, of course, well, the guy said, oh, you little... This is where, well, his leg is still shut off, so of course that's still a thing. This is where he tries to get up, but of course, this is where, well, he then sees the guy rushing straight to him, and before even the pervert guy can even react, the guy grabs his own knife, mostly the pervert guy's knife. Of course, instead of stabbing this guy, he mostly stabbed the ground, of course, lift himself up and aim a right... mostly kick into this guy's face. This is where this guy could barely even react and say, oh fuck. He gets his fucking head literally kicked in. This is where he smashes into a pillar that was behind him and he's knocked the fuck out. Knocked the hell out. This is where, well, the supposed leader is trying to run away and says, gotta get out of here. Whoever this guy is. Why does he look like that windshield from fucking DC? Red Hood, isn't he? Fuck. This is where he never expected to ever see a guy who's named Red Hood to be in real life. This is where he's gotta get out of here. He's right now trying to get out, but well, both of his knees are shot out. So of course he's crawling, and before he can even make it out, he sees, well, someone stand over him. Of course, stepping on his hand. Of course, having a gun right in front of his face. This is where, well, the person says, please have mercy. This is where, well, the person says in a deep voice, on vengeance, there's no such thing as mercy. Bah! He shot this guy in the head. Well, not even shot him in the head, mostly shot him like near mostly the side to kind of make him deaf in mostly his like side ear. This is where the guy shit himself and right now just passes the fuck out. Issei would have killed him, but he needs someone like him to be alive to get information of what the fuck even happened here. Of course, he goes to the girl, the hostage girl, but already seems to be getting saved by another person. Of course, well, the girl who's kind of saving her kind of noticed that mostly the red mask dude has actually turned back to see them. And this is where she gets on guard, and of course she's in a gun to kind of point at this person, release her. This is where, well, mostly Issei, who is kind of Red Hood right now, says, calm down. I don't know why the hell you're pointing a gun at me when I clearly saved both of your asses in an instant. Ungrateful fucking... This is where, well, he was about to call himself, but then he just decided to be respectful a little bit. Mostly because that respectful kind of kicked into his body, but yeah, don't worry about that. This is where, well, the girl nodded, kind of silently, and kind of still untying the kind of like mostly industrial kind of girl. And of course, this is where, well, or mostly the daughter from the family, but don't worry about that. This is where, well, the girl managed to get untied, and this is where, well, mostly she kind of looks up to see Issei, well, mostly Red Hood, and of course, this is where, well, mostly the industrial girl is, she kind of says, hello there. She doesn't know how to talk to these two people. This is where, well, she wanted to ask for one's name, and of course she tried to ask for the purple-haired girl name. Of course, this is where, well, the girl says, the name's Makaro. This is where, that's all you gotta know. This is where, well, the girl who's supposed to be a billionaire child or whatever, kind of nodded, and this is where when she looks at the other guy just like noticed one thing outside, and that was mostly red and blue lights actually flashing. He just says, oh shit, this is bad. This is where, well, he then thinks, who called the cops? This is where, well, mostly they both wind their eyes and seeing the cops. This is where Makaro says, damn it, gotta get out of here. This is where, well, mostly the girl who was supposed to be the hostage says, this is where mostly the door from the back kind of busted through, and of course even the entrance that was open to see two people already dead, and of course seeing, what's it called, the hostage someone with a red mask, and of course someone with mostly purplish black hair. But yeah, darkish purplish black hair. I'm gonna just change it to that. This is where, well, mostly the police says, halt there. This is where, well, or just like, halt there. And this is where, well, someone with an old kind of grandfather looking face managed to get past the cops and says, daughter, are you okay? This is where our granddaughter. This is where, well, mostly the somewhat granddaughter kind of just say, grandfather. This is where she runs up to mostly the grandfather and of course hugs him. And this is where, well, the grandfather looks up and sees two people. Of course, one with the military outfit while the other one looking like a fucking menace to society. Mostly looking like he has the red fucking hood mask. When she knows about it, he's like, oh, what the hell? I never expected to see someone like him be here. He looks tall. I should probably tell the cops to. This is where before even the grandfather can even react, the kid with the fucking red hood mask right now pulls out a smoke grenade, right now throws it down, and of course it explodes into smoke. This is where, well, Red Hood rushes to the back because mostly the front entrance where was the grandfather and the daughter, actually appearing granddaughter. Of course, this is where, well, he rushes to the back of the door. He knows that cops are there. This is where he clocks two cops out of the way, just knocking the hell out of them. This is where, oh, he pushed him out of the way. He then, when he runs out through the entrance, well, mostly back of the door, he just rushes out. He's running straight towards his motorcycle. Of course, he needs to be sneaky because he didn't park it near the warehouse or anywhere, what's it called, metal containers, because there was some metal containers. But of course, he's just like getting towards his motorcycle. He managed to get to his motorcycle, first kind of like put his, what's it called, red mask hood away. And of course, just kind of put on a regular motorcycle mask. And of course, this is where he just put the red hood back into the hidden passenger container. Puts both guns into it also. Well, realized that he almost left the Glock 17, but luckily he grabbed it because, yeah, he wasn't going to leave a gun there for evidence. He also took the knife because he remembered holding that shit in his hand. Or, well, he didn't really take the Glock 17. Well, he didn't have the Glock 17. Sorry about kind of pausing, interrupting. Someone actually interrupted me. But not the point. Mostly, he didn't get the Glock 17 or the knife because he had gloves on. He had black gloves, so making sure that he didn't leave any fingerprints. But yeah. So, of course, mostly he just left both of this shit there and, of course, just ran to his motorcycle. Of course, he knows that Ray is going to kill him because he probably knows that the Glock 17 is probably expensive because in Japan, there's no way to have guns. So, yeah. This is where, well, he's going to get a fucking airful, but of course he doesn't care. He still rides on the motorcycle and just drives the fuck off. This is where, well, mostly someone did manage to see this because she also escaped from the cops because, well, she had no other way but not to get caught because she is from a group, but not a terrorist group or neither is a gangster group. So, of course, she just noticed this person get on a motorcycle and just drive the fuck off. This is where, well, she was confused, but of course that happened. So, of course, this is where, well, they managed to kind of escape. Mostly the girl managed to run off. Of course, taking off her military clothing. Managed to look like a normal civilian, but yeah. Of course, managed to maybe have to change eye color and maybe hair color, but yeah, for a while, but yeah. This is where, well, they managed to escape, both of them. Of course, they don't know each other, so of course that happened. This is where, well, we go into mostly Issei getting towards mostly a convenience store. This is where, well, he rings up the door, and of course, or not the door, he mostly opens the garage, and of course goes inside. And this is where, well, someone's waiting there. This is where, well, he's kind of like using a kind of like windy fan, one of those fans that mostly people use. And this is where he said, so hot today. This is where it's barely even hot. It's basically like right now, 3 a.m. in the fucking morning. This is where, well, he says, walks up and says, hey, old man, why didn't you tell me that I had a Red Hood kind of helmet in my, what's it called, motorcycle? Wait, you actually noticed that? Did you use it? Yeah, I went against a group that I don't know what the hell they were, but I do know they weren't a gangster group. Could have been a terrorist group that you went towards. What the hell did you even do? Did you save some hostage or whatever? Issei said, you might have, maybe. This is where, well, Rayleigh says, whatever, boy, I'm proud of you anyway. This is where, well, Issei says, what, huh? What, huh? I also might have lost a Glock 17. Whatever, I can always replace it. Wait, what? How can you replace it when you can't get guns in Japan, but you can get guns in America? What? What? Huh? This is where, well, he's confused. And of course, Riley chuckles and just says, oh, just shut up, kid. I'm just happy you're not dead or, yeah, you didn't lose the motorcycle. So how many Valhalla members have you been taking out for the past couple of 3 days? This is where Issei says, so the 3 Valhalla members I'm actually take out are just vice captains. And I barely got any information on where Kazutora will be at, so of course, that's a thing. Mobius is not a group that I haven't actually discovered, and they're probably hiding for now. So of course, that's actually another thing that I haven't completed. So that's, I don't know, fucking incomplete. Whatever, kid. Just glad you're okay. You're hungry? That's what I used to say. Kinda. I'll be more kind of, I guess, tired and hungry, but yeah. Just eat already, brat. This is where, well, really did pull out like mostly a meal from a refrigerator and just tell him to eat. And then kind of go to sleep on mostly the back room because mostly this convenience store has, okay, it has a garage. It also has the front of the store, and it does have in the back, or mostly kind of like on top of the convenience store, a kind of like room of a bedroom, kitchen, and other stuff. Mostly for like 2 people to be living there or whatever, because it has 2 different bedrooms. But yeah, one's a little bit bigger and the other one's a little bit smaller. But don't worry, this is where Issei kind of takes the smaller one, kind of goes to sleep because he's passed the fuck out. But yeah, after eating, this is where, well, we go into the next day, but for right now, I'm gonna leave it off here because I need to be going for something. Mostly like the mandao and other stuff. But other than that, bye, see you, and yeah.